Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to this edition of A Comedian Crashes Your Pad. My name is Greg Schwem. I am the creator and the host of the streaming TV series A Comedian Crashes Your Pad, which you can find on YouTube as well as on Facebook and on Instagram and all sorts of great places. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later. In the meantime, I'm so glad you're tuning in. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, we are going to ask you to participate. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, I will have you know that if you want to be a part of the game show, which I'm going to be mentioning in just a second, and which is the real point of this show, you're going to have to switch over to either youtube.com/A Comedian Crashes Your Pad or facebook.com/A Comedian Crashes Your Pad. That's how you can participate. If you just want to watch, then you can stay on LinkedIn. But wherever it is, I am so glad you're here because we have done this before a couple of times, and we have a great guest who's going to be joining us in just a second. Real quick word about A Comedian Crashes Your Pad. If you don't know anything about it, that is a streaming TV show where I, Greg Schwem, I am a corporate stand-up comedian. That's what I do for a living. And I go around the country while I'm doing stand-up comedy, and I crash at home share properties. That's Airbnbs, that's VRBOs or Verbos, that kind of thing. There's the website right there. And I film my encounters with the hosts, and I have done about 40 episodes in 40 different cities, both large and small. Now, obviously, a lot of this was done pre-COVID, but the great part is that we are starting to travel again. We're ramping up. We're shooting new episodes this fall. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I do ask that you please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There it is right there. And again, that's one of the places you can watch live. You can also find me on Instagram and also on Facebook, A Comedian Crashes Your Pad. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but I am so excited to welcome my guest. He is the gadget guru for the Today Show. You've probably seen him. He comes on a couple of times a year, like every other month. And he actually brings gadgets and then he talks about why you should have these gadgets. But he also has this great online game show called What the Heck Is That? In which case he's actually going to hold up a gadget and everybody who is on either YouTube or Facebook gets a chance to try and guess what it is. So without further ado, here he is, Steve Greenberg, everybody. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Oh, great to be here. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for that intro. I'm thrilled to be here, and I love the fact that you have my game show behind you. I love that. I can only see, this is the difference. He's the big time host, big special effects, lots of money. I have a stinking card. That's what I've got. There it is. That's my plug for the show.
Kinko's finest right there.
Yeah, it is Kinko's, in fact. So I'm very proud of that. So this is very high tech here, very high tech.
Now, this is our third time that we've been doing this, and the audience keeps building, and I think people really do enjoy guessing gadgets. Everybody loves gadgets. Now, before we actually hold up our first gadget and we let people try and guess what they are, I want to talk a little bit about yourself here. And first of all, give me a little background on Steve Greenberg. How did you become the Today Show gadget guru?
Well, there's nothing I like talking about more than myself. So you've picked the right topic. That's my wheelhouse.
I may interrupt you so I can talk about myself.
Okay, we'll fight back and forth on that. So I wrote a book called Gadget. I was a TV news reporter for many years, and I worked then on HGTV and Discovery and whatnot. And during that time, I wrote a book called Gadget Nation. I actually wanted to make a TV show, Gadget Nation, but nobody would buy it. Story of my life. Mm-hmm. So someone at one of those meetings said you should turn it into a book, which I did. And it actually did very well, happy to say. And the Today Show had me on to plug my book. And I was on with Lester Holt and Lester on the weekend show. And Lester Holt said, this was a lot of fun. Why don't you come back and let's just do gadgets from now on? So I was a kind of a semi-regular on the weekend show. And then at some point, one of his producers, he moved on to the nighttime show. And they launched the show with Kathy Lee and Hoda. And someone from there said, we'll take Greenberg. And I've been on the Fourth Hours team ever since. So it was Hoda and Kathy Lee. And now it's Hoda and Jenna. and all been going fine. I'm on about about once a month they have me on. And then, of course, there was a pandemic. I don't know if you heard about it. It was really in all the papers.
You know, I did read
Big
something on Twitter about it.
Big story. Yeah, this pandemic thing. And so,
although I tend to, usually go to the sports section first. So.
I know. You know what? From what I heard, it even impacted the sports section. But I don't know if it's for true.
That's how I found out about it.
So anyway, this pandemic thing really messed up the Today Show for me. So I still got to do it, but now I shot all my episodes were shot for the most part on my iPhone, unbelievably. Then it went on to national television. So I'd shoot them, they'd edit them. And we did that. I did a couple lives like this via Zoom, but almost all of mine were on tape, which is, still great exposure. But frankly, it's not the same as actually being in the studio, which is so cool. I mean, one of the reasons I love the Today Shows, besides loving the show since I was a kid, it's 30 Rockefeller Center. It's, it's just such a cool place to go to hang for a morning. So, but as recently as today, I got a call saying they're thinking about having me back in the studio. So I'm kind of psyched about it. That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the last time, real quick, and then we're going to get to our first gadget, but I know that the last time you were on, and I know it was pre-recorded, and obviously you send everything out to social media and say, hey, I'm going to be on the Today Show and so forth, and you got bumped. Now, comedians, we get bumped all the time from like those late night shows because somebody goes over. Why did you get bumped?
This time, I've been bumped before, so I don't want to make it seem like I have never been bumped before. But this time I was bumped because of Hugh Jackman, some startup actor.
Yeah, exactly.
I barely know who
you finally got a role
is.
in something.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Steve Greenberg. I mean, I'm an icon in my own mind.
In the gadget world.
And here I am in the gadget world for sure. And here I am getting bumped by some guy named Hugh Jackman. And let me tell you, if I'm ever in the same room with Hugh Jackman, he better look out because I'm going to show him what being bumped is all about. So Hugh, if you're listening, I know you're very big on Facebook. If you're listening, buddy, you don't pull that with me again because I'm going to
You can hit him with a gadget. You can smack him upside the head with a gadget.
I will. Don't think I won't. Or at the very least, I hope he gives me tickets to his new show on Broadway, The Music Man.
There you go. And Broadway's that.
I mean, I would call that okay. If you want to bump me and send me some free tickets, we're in there. Otherwise, it's put up your dukes. Okay, you. So
Steve versus you. All right. Well, let's get to the first gadget here, and let's let people start guessing. Now, let's go over the rules real quick. The rules, of course, are you're going to hold something up, and then people who's ever on are going to be able to. By the way, thanks for that comment. Deadpool would agree. Deadpool would. That's about the Hugh Jackman thing, probably.
Oh,
right?
I get.
I guess. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you're going to hold up a gadget, and then everybody who's watching can type in guesses. All right, and we need to sort of. This is kind of yes or no, right?
Right. So it's more like 20 questions.
Yeah.
And if you play it smart, I'm going to give a big clue. There's good strategy, like, trying to figure out, is it something I'd use in the bedroom? Is it something I'd use at work or whatever the thing is? You try to narrow it down to kind of figure out what the heck it is. And just so you know, these are all real gadgets. There are no prototypes. They're all things you can actually purchase online or in a retail store today. So I never pull stuff that's like this is coming out in a month from now. These are all real products you can purchase right now. Yeah,
and after we reveal what the gadget is, we will actually give the a web address, a website where you can go and purchase them. Okay,
absolutely.
Right. So as fast as I can type, because I don't know what these are either. So it's not like.
In fact, he asked me.
I did.
I'm gonna give away a little backstory here. This guy right over here, he asked me for the web addresses before the show. I'm like, well, if I give you the web addresses, you're going to know what the products are. And he was like, well, I don't. I'm like, no, that's not fair. That's not how we roll here.
That's not how we roll.
So he's going to be as clueless as everyone else out there.
Yes.
So I want to make that very clear.
Good.
So, okay.
Let's get to the first one, shall we?
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. It's a big one. It's a big one. I'm kidding. It's this big right here. This is it.
Okay, so that is obviously it clips on something. Okay,
yes, it clips onto something, and of course you have to guess. I mean, I'm not expecting you to guess the name of it, but what does it do? Why would you purchase it?
All right. I will ask the first question. Does it clip onto an article of clothing?
It does clip onto an article of clothing. And in fact, I'm wearing it right now. And as an extra clue, because that's such a good first question, I'm going to show it to you, clipped on me. It's a little, here we go. It's clipped onto me right there. And that's where it's supposed to go. Oh. Right there. Okay. So I don't know if that helps or hurts. By the way, my game show is, if you go to gadgetgameshow.com, you click on it, it takes you right to the YouTube channel to see what the heck that is. So,
okay,
just a little.
All right, so
plug in the middle of the plug. Okay, go on.
All right, I think you've stumped everybody that's on here because nobody's asking a question yet. So I will ask. Not yet.
Let me show them again what it is. I thought this was kind of a good one. I really like this one.
Okay, does it clip onto a belt?
Well, it clips on pretty much the way I just showed it to you. It clips onto your waistband, I would call it, so that it really, for it to work, it has to be touching this part of your skin.
All right.
It's important to its function.
It has to touch your skin.
Okay. In this area.
In that area.
Otherwise, and of course, it's a good excuse for me to show skin, which I know the audience has been waiting for a long time. So calm down.
Maybe that's why nobody's asking questions, Steve.
They're stunned. They're stunned.
Let me ask you this. Is it a medical device of some kind?
Medical? No, I mean, everything is slightly medical-ish, but I would say no. It's something you'd involve your doctor with.
All right. Jean Ann has a question. It looks just like my Fitbit. Is it related to physical activity?
No, but that's a great guess because I always say how it's not like that, but it's very similar because it does something similar to a Fitbit, but it's not a Fitbit. So you're kind of in the right area. So that was a very good guess.
John says, can young people use it?
It's really designed for I would say above elementary school and above. So I would say, I guess that's what's junior high school, and then adults.
Okay, but it has to do with physical activity.
No, I didn't say that. But it does something similar. I would say Fitbit's relation to physical activity is this gadget's relationship to something else. If we're playing that SAT game,
and I sucked at the SATs. I don't know how I ever got into Northwestern.
Me too. We're both Northwestern grads.
I know.
Northwestern grads. We haven't even mentioned that.
Do you know that on my admissions interview at Northwestern, this is the way they looked at my SATs. They went, and then she goes, your SAT scores are 120 points below the average. I still got in. That's
pretty amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lola, does it measure like a pulse?
I can tell you this much. It measures a couple of things, including your breathing rate, but that's part of what it's looking at. And then it uses, machine learning to kind of like calculate what it needs to calculate. I don't know if that's helping or hurting, but that's all true. That's all I can say.
Wow. Does it determine whether you're alive or dead?
No. Yeah. Well, I would say you got to be alive to use it. I'm going to put that into
all right. Yes. Oh boy. Let's see here. And it has to function. It has to be worn there.
Yeah, that's the place. It's according to the instructions. It's designed to be worn. But I'm going to give you a little bit of hint. So going back to that, this is to that, or this is that. So a Fitbit is tracking your activity, a physical activity. This is tracking something else.
Is it your mental activity?
Oh, I think you're getting there. You're almost there.
Tracking your brain waves or your okay. Lola says, is it a life alert?
No,
not.
And in fact, it's really designed for young people, so it's not even like I fall and they can't get up kind of thing.
All right. Okay.
I'm going to show it again. Not that it helps seeing it, I guess.
Oh boy. So it's not tracking. And I said your mental activity. What would it want to know about my mental activity? Let's see. Come on, audience, help out here. Because I'm totally stumped on this. Is it your brain waves?
It doesn't actually look at your brain waves, but it does measure something having to do. It's very brain related.
Related. Okay.
So it's not really measuring it may use your breathing and heart rate and other things, but ultimately it's trying to tell you something about your brain.
Okay. Let's see.
I can hear everybody's brain.
Boy, everybody seems to be stumped here a little bit.
I'll tell you, it's great.
We got one more here. Does it measure something chemical?
No, but I'll tell you, it's great for students. It's great for people who work.
What about sleeping? Does it have something to do with sleeping?
Nothing to do with sleeping.
Nothing to do with sleeping.
I actually thought everybody was going to say sleeping, so I'm surprised it was this.
Okay, and it's great for students.
Students, and I would say, a business person who works at their desk, let's say.
Okay.
But I think that's who they're marketing it to.
My brain isn't down there. Anxiety, Lola. What about, does it tell you when you need to either sleep or do you need to get up? No. Wake up or stretch or something like that?
No.
That's more physical. Let's see. Should
we flip the cards over?
I don't know. It sucks to not have one right out of the box that we can't get, but we don't seem to be able to get this one. One more hint. You said it's good for students and business people.
Yeah. So, this helps you be a successful student and to be a successful business person. How's that? Does that help at all?
It's a successful business person. Okay.
And a successful student.
I see. So it helps you get a new job. No.
And Lola has anxiety up there, and it's not anxiety.
It's not anxiety. All right. I'm going to give, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give 30 seconds, and then I think we're going to have to do this one because I want to get to some other ones. And, but no one seems to really know this. All right. I'm going to say, I don't know. What is this?
Okay. Well, it's called, here, first I'm going to show you the box. So okay. It's called foci, and it's all about focus or attention span.
Your attention. Okay.
So what it does, it uses this machine learning to calculate your attention span. So while you're using it, if, for example, it senses that you're drifting off and not paying attention to what you're working on, it actually vibrates and tells you, hey, get back to work, basically. And what it has is it's got this, everything these days has an app that goes with it. So this one, it actually can teach you how to focus better. So there's like focus training. It has real-time emotion tracker. It has a daily emotion record. And finally, it gives you a productivity report on how productive you've been.
Okay.
So it really... It's great for students, but also for business people. So it really gets them to stay where they're at. And when you start to drift away or look at something else, it gives you this little
interesting. Okay. Yeah. Now, Mary Jo said attention or focus. I don't know if she typed that in and it just didn't register.
I didn't. Possibly. Mary Jo's the winner, as far as I'm concerned.
She is the winner.
Got it, Mary Jo. I'm impressed. So,
John, I like John. Could you repeat that? So obviously John needs one.
You weren't paying attention, John.
Exactly.
So instead of how a Fitbit tracks your activity, this tracks your attention span.
Okay.
And what it does is when it senses that you're not paying attention, it vibrates. So it kind of like reminds you, hey, get back to doing what you're supposed to be doing.
And where can we get this?
So it's the web address is fociai.com. So it's FOCIAI.com. And I'll give you a little hint. And I get no money from this. Let me make this very clear. I'm not getting a kickback or anything. But when you go and pay for it, if you put in Gadget 15, they take 15% off the price of it.
Ooh, Gadget 15.
Gadget 15.
I like it. Okay.
And I think, first of all, it comes in a very nice case. I think it makes a really nice gift, especially for back to school.
Yeah, but you're also telling somebody by giving them a gift that they're not paying attention.
No. I think you're telling them that you've got a lot of faith in them and that you think they can do very well, but they should pay attention. That's all.
Okay, good. How much are they?
Okay, good question. So I think the normal prices, and don't hold me to these numbers, but I think it's around $89. But when you take 15% off, it comes out to about 75, something
Not
like
bad.
that.
Not
So
bad.
it's not bad. I mean, most of these things these days are like 200.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And
I
really,
think
you
it's
can't,
not,
and you can't put a price on paying attention.
you can't put a price on paying.
No.
And also good grades and all that stuff. I mean, well, that's pretty important stuff, I think. I come from a home where that was very important. I don't know about
exactly
today's world.
Uh-huh.
So, I have some more gadgets here, but I have one. The next one I want to show you is not a guess what it is, but guess why it's special. So what the heck makes this so special? That's what you're going to be guessing. So we're a little different, a little twist on it, but I think we're able to do bob and weave, and get through it.
Why it's so are you going to? Well, let's get right into that, okay? And then I want to ask you a few more questions.
Sure. Then we'll take a little.
But let's get into that since you teased everybody. So you're going to actually reveal the name of this? Or?
No, I'm going to reveal the gadget. You're going to
Okay.
see it. There's no secret to what it is. There's no mystery behind this gadget.
Okay.
But there is something about this one in particular, not this one, this brand, this line that is unique. So I'm not going to tell you the name of the brand because you might already know that. But what I'm going to be showing you right now is this. We all recognize them as earbuds of some kind. These are, all right. So that's for answering the phone and listening to music and whatnot. Oops, there we go.
Okay.
So it's been around for that kind of thing has been part of our lives for a while. But this one I think is worth noting, but for a special reason. And that's what you're going to try and tell me. What makes this so special? So
they work just like regular earbuds.
Yeah, exactly. Just like
or AirPods, right?
Yeah, I mean, these aren't the ones from Apple, but the same thing as Apple's. You put them in your ear, and you can, listen to your phone, listen to your whatever, your tablet or whatnot.
Okay. Are they? I was going to say, are they noise canceling? But there's a lot of earbuds out there that are noise canceling.
And by the way, these are noise canceling.
They are. Okay. Are they for designed for people with maybe a like a handicap or a some sort of what are they, for maybe hard of hearing? I don't know if you would call that a handicap, but
nope. That's a great idea, and in fact, a future gadget may be something similar to that. But not on this show. But just I'm teasing a future time together. But no, this is not for hard of hearing. It's not for anyone with a disability of any kind. There's something about it that makes it. Do some of the profits go to a special cause? No, but that's a great guess also. Excellent guess.
Does the case charge your AirPods?
Yes, it does, but that's true of a lot of them.
That's true in a lot of it. I have a case, okay. Is it also a hearing aid?
Nope, not a hearing aid.
Good guess, Mary Jo.
It also, I'm going to give you another hint. That's not a hint, but whatever. This is not even a hint, but it wirelessly charges.
Okay.
You don't have to plug it in. It's in fact, and they sell the wireless charger as well. But that's not what makes it special. Mm-hmm. It's going to be pretty odd when you hear it. I'm like, oh, you're kidding.
Okay. Do you wear them to bed?
No, you don't. I mean, you can.
You could any earbud. They're not like sleep. They're not like specifically for.
Nope. But I do know a company that does make them just for that. But that's not what this is. Those are kind of all soft and they.
Would you only wear them in certain situations?
Would you only wear them in certain? No, I would say you would wear them anytime you'd want to wear a typical the Apple brand. There's no difference than that.
All right.
I've used them a bunch of times. I like them a lot.
Yeah. Do you? Can they do something else besides just function as?
Nope. These are just earbuds. It's something about that makes it unique or.
Okay.
Different, and I've checked it out on the market, so I know this is accurate.
Okay, and it's not a hearing aid. We know that. Okay, all right. You check them out. All right, and they are they designed for a certain type of person, like either a young person? Are they designed for senior citizens?
I think anybody
can wear these.
And the thing that makes it unique would make most anybody really want to have it for that. So it isn't like, oh, when I tell you this, it's like, oh, only these 5 people are going to care. If you lose one of your AirPods, they can help you find it with an app. No, that's a good idea though, but it doesn't have that feature, and I don't think any of them have that feature. But that's good idea for a future version.
Do you swim in them?
No.
Okay, they're not.
Though I do have to mention they are water resistant and sweat resistant, which means you can wear them in the gym. But that's not what the feature is.
Are they made from something unique, like recycled water bottles?
No, these are great guesses. Gene Ann,
we're not getting any closer.
I love that guess because this is not like trying to guess what it is. This is like trying to guess something pretty random. So I'm conceding that this is an unfair one, but I just wanted to.
But I'm fascinated because everybody wears AirPods now and wears these things. So I think
you're gonna love hearing when you hear it. You're gonna like, oh wow, I want them. I mean, you may say after I tell you the surprise with this.
How about we might need one more hint on this one?
If you knew me, which you kind of do a little bit, this uniqueness made me gravitate to them right away.
If I knew you, and I do know you, is it something physical about you? Like, is it for people who are
devilishly good looking?
Follically challenged? I don't know. Is it just for bald guys?
No, it's not for bald guys. I was hoping to say for people like you, like devilishly good looking.
Okay. Now wait a minute.
Would have been a good answer, but no.
I know you live in the city. You live in. Is it something that has to do with noise around, or
it's noise canceling?
That's not it either.
I think we have to flip the cards on it. I feel.
Yikes. Okay.
And maybe I've over teased it, which
maybe.
I'll tell you why this is unique. This is it's been called and shown up. It's the best noise canceling earbuds under $60. They're ridiculously cheap. Most are around $200. This is really cheap, which again for parents is great because kids lose them all the time. And the other thing, it's the longest running battery of any.
I was about to ask something about price, but I thought that I was going to say, are they more expensive?
And let me tell you, I like a good price, so that's why I was thrilled. So now you know a little bit more about me, I guess, which is no surprise. But I really like a good price, and this is, $55. The charging, this wireless charging thing, which can be used on anything, $7.
Wow. Okay. What's the name? What's the brand? What's the website?
Okay, it's Earfun. And it's myearfun.com. So the name of the company, it'll be fun to box here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the name of it. It's Earfun, Fun. And these are the Earfun Air Pro 2.
Okay.
And it's myearfun.com. $55.99, I think. And when you bundle it with the charger is another $7.
All right.
And it's got all the great features to it. It's got 6 microphones in it, so it takes 95% of the background sound out. Very cool.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm glad they work because, I remember going to, I think I was in I think I had a show once in a casino in like somewhere in Mississippi, and they were giving away like these knockoff AirPods. This is before I bought AirPods, and they were giving away like these knockoff earpods for something, and I got some, and they didn't work at all. So and
I'll tell you,
I ended up paying $200 for the Apple ones.
If you went through my house, you could probably find about 14 different pairs of AirPods because I go through them really fast, and I'm usually not happy with them. And I have my issues with it. My ears are really sensitive. These I found to be really terrific. They work really well, and that price is like amazing. And I think it's really unique, especially since everyone else is charging usually. It's not like the difference is $5. The difference is like twice as much.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty significant. So
I
thought it was worth sharing with your listeners and viewers.
Yes. All right. That sounds good. And I'm always looking for that kind of stuff too, because I have decided that I am I've been using AirPods more and more, especially now that I'm traveling again. And if certainly noise cancel would be great because it is nice to be out. You and I were both talking about that a little bit earlier. We're both starting to get out and do things. I was just in Las Vegas this past weekend. Vegas is alive and well. And I shouldn't say that because the convention that I was speaking at, which was the Society for Human Resource Management, SHRM, they call it, SHRM. So normally there's like 20,000 attendees at this, and they said they had 8,000. And the rest were all watching online. So it's proof that, we are getting back to some sense of normal, but we're doing it very slowly. There's still an awful lot of people who are not comfortable traveling, and that's fine. To each his own. I mean, obviously, you want to stay safe. Vegas is all masked everywhere, inside and as much as possible outside, which is not an easy thing to do when it was 110 every day there. But I was very impressed with the way they ran the event. And if anybody hears from that's watching this was at that event, the Schwem event, a lot of people followed me on social media after my presentation, and they I thought they did an excellent job. I really did. And you've been overseas. You were out of the country, weren't you?
Yeah, I went to Colombia over Labor Day weekend. I had 2 friends get married in a destination wedding, and it was. First of all, Colombia is fascinating.
Yeah,
and it was beautiful. The wedding was over the top spectacular. And I'd be lying if I said, I went and wasn't worried at all. I was a little freaked out just doing it, but I had committed myself to it. And and actually like 2 days before I was like really ready to back out. And I just, like jumping into the pool, I just did. And I got back and thank God, everything's been okay. Yeah. But it was interesting. I mean, I thought, everybody at this wedding, we weren't allowed to attend if you weren't, you had to be vaccinated to attend. And anybody who wasn't vaccinated, who was like a server or something like that, had to wear a mask. And for the most part, almost everything was outdoors. That's good. And ultimately, it all went off without a hitch, so it was great. I had a wonderful hotel, and it was really nice. It was a great experience. But and I have to go to Vegas in a couple of weeks. I have the hardware show, and then after that, I have the consumer electronics show. So I was following. When I saw you were in Vegas, like, what's Greg doing in Vegas? And I was like following you very carefully to see how that all went.
Well, here, if you go there, you can see when you're in the casino. I also learned the signal to put your mask on, because people would walk in, and security, people who would walk in without a mask, security would go like this. They'd go. That's it. Really? and people complied. So they would just point to them and just go.
So when you walk through the casino and you see people playing blackjack, they're wearing a mask.
Yes. Yeah, they're sitting with their masks at the tables. There's always a few that are just, have issues. But for the most part, I thought everybody was very respectful.
Are they wearing their masks, or are they wearing it like that, like this?
Yeah, it is pretty much like this. I mean, and every now and then you see, but you're also getting free drinks, so there's a lot of
Oh yeah.
That going on too. But anyway, okay, let's get to gadget number 3. Let's see if we can actually guess one, Steve, because I remember the last time we did this, you had like 4 on, and we were 4 for 4.
I know.
Right now we're 0 for 2.
I forget who was the viewer who did so great. I forget his or her name, but she was.
Yeah.
They were like really like on a.
It might have been
mission.
It might have been Jean Ann who is on this, but who's participating tonight too.
So this one, here we go. Ready for the next gadget?
Let's see if we can do this one.
And
let me take off my earphone.
Here it is.
I was going to say it is a cross.
It's a religious icon. You're in.
Right. Holy crap. All right.
Okay, now, the blue sticker, of course, is so to hide the name and logo.
Yeah.
This piece here goes up and down.
All right. And that's plastic.
Oh, yeah. It's plastic, and not even great plastic.
Yeah.
And this is what it looks like.
Okay. Now, the first time I saw that, it looked to me like something you would put in a pool. I don't know what you would do with it, but it would go in a pool. But that doesn't seem like something that would be for everybody.
No, this is not for a pool product. And this is for everybody.
It is. Okay.
It's not for a certain niche.
Okay. Beth is on. Beth was also really on a roll. She was another one that was on a roll last one.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Did she just get it?
She yeah, this is you're killing me here, Beth. She got it.
She got it. And John kind of said the same thing.
Okay, obviously this is too well known of Gadget. That's what we've just learned.
Is that what it is? Uh-oh.
Wow, I'm pretty impressed with everybody.
Well, you guys are killing me what it is. Okay.
Okay, so this thing, let me remove the tape on it. And I should have one in a box floating around here, but for the moment I don't see it in front of me, which is kind of surprising. Huh. Anyway, maybe this is it right here. Yeah, right. I like to show the packaging. This is called the Bug Bite Thing. I like the name. Bug Bite Thing. Okay, just as its packaging reveals. So as John and I think Mary Beth said, so let's say you get a bug bite right here. The minute it happens, you put this on it, you give it a little pull back, you let it sit for about 10 to 30 seconds or so, then you release it, take it out, and you don't get a welt, you don't get an itchy thing. It actually sucks up the mosquito saliva, or the venom of the mosquito, and you don't. And it's gotten huge reviews. My guess is that both John and Mary Beth have seen this or own it because they guessed it way too fast.
Yeah. Did either of you go ahead and chime in there, John or Beth? Do either of you own one of those? And I've never heard of it. It's like an EpiPen for mosquito bites.
Exactly. And I'll tell you. So I literally took this with me to Colombia to tie in one story with the other, and there were a fair number of Colombian mosquitoes there, and I had it with me.
Get those Colombian mosquitoes, man.
Oh, they're the tough
they have their own cartel, from what I
understand. Yeah. And there's a mean side, and I got bitten down by my ankle. I did a little pull thing, held it for about 30 seconds, and released, and I never got a welt or anything. And Beth admitted, yes, I have it. I'm a gadget girl. Beth, that's right. I love a gadget girl, so it's okay. I mean, you kind of ruined my segment a little bit, but I still love you. And yeah, I'm glad you have it.
There you go. So this is really cool. What is that retail for?
Oh, that's a great question.
And also, where do we get one? What's the website?
Okay, the website is bugbitething.com. Bugbitething.com. Okay. It's made in Denmark, believe it or not, and it's like $9 or something. It's not expensive.
And where would you get this? Would you get this at like a drugstoore, like a Walgreens, or?
I think it's only available online. I don't think it's available.
Or you got to go to Denmark.
Yeah, or Denmark. Yeah. It was interesting. So I was talking to the manufacturer of this because I always do my homework, and I was wondering, what the heck is this hole for?
Yes.
Now, Beth and John may know, but I'm wondering if Greg knows. What's this hole for? Why would they in the design? Why would they put this hole in there?
I'm so bad at this game.
I don't know. I like to bother Greg a lot.
You do. Can you like thread it through somewhere and wear it? Is that it? Like
basically, the idea, at least for the folks in Denmark, is to put it on your keychain.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
For me personally, it's kind of big for my keychain.
I was going to say it looks very large for a keychain,
but it is light. And but the idea is it only works if you have it like at the time of the bite. Like you can't go back that evening and do it. You have to have it with you. So it has to be with you.
That's kind of the EpiPen thing too.
Yeah, right. The EpiPen. It doesn't work a week later. It doesn't work.
I'll eat the shellfish and then I'll run back to my hotel.
Right. You need the pen with you. So this is the same idea as that.
All right. You got time for one more? I know we said we wanted to do 3. Can we do one more?
I think we can do. I think so.
Let's do one more.
I'm afraid they're going to guess it right away because this crowd is way too good. But okay, ready?
Tom said it releases air. That was the last one. Yeah.
What releases air? Oh, that was
the bug one. All right.
I thought he was just prescribing me for a minute. I was a little
all right.
Like, occasionally I do. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tom, for pointing that out. Okay, so here we go. Got another one right here. The bugs are bad in Denmark. See, I didn't even know that. Oh, there. And by the way, let's show the product. And we got the lower third there. Here's the product. Oh, and then here's my ear fun. That was for the ear thing. And here's this.
Okay. Okay, good. We'll do that at the end. I was messed up there. Okay, last one. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I had a choice between this and I have a high-tech thing here. I said, I'm going to go low-tech.
Okay. All right. So can you hold that horizontal? You held it up like this. Hold it up like this as well. If you could, you went like that. Okay.
I'm hiding the name of it, which I kind of just showed a moment ago.
And then can you turn it a little bit? So there you go, like that. All right. Does it measure something?
doesn't measure something.
Does not measure anything. All right. Is it? Does it that part in the middle? Does it hold something?
Does it hold something? I guess you could say it ultimately holds something.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm surprised John and Mary Beth haven't chimed in already.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. All right.
So you don't have this, Gadget Girl, huh?
Do people in Denmark use it?
It's not. I can tell you, it's not made in Denmark. There's a hint.
Denmark. All right. All right. So is it?
Quickly check and make sure.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it used in a? Okay. Before you know what is. Beth has a question that's related to you.
Is this a weekly series yet?
Yeah.
No, Beth. But if you know any of the folks at Netflix or at CBS or ABC. Please contact them. I'm very open. I'll cut a very good deal. Won't make a lot of. I'm willing to take a salary cut.
We may make this a weekly series if this thing takes off. You and I, because I just so enjoy talking to you. And dude, you have the Today Show. Okay, I mean, you got that. I don't have that. Comedian Crashes Your Pad is not on the Today Show yet.
Well, okay.
So you got that going. All right.
I'm still a weekly show would be lovely. So yeah, if that was that Beth who just chimed in with that.
Yes.
Okay, Beth, Gadget Girl, we need the show. Let's see what you can do, or at the very least, get me a sponsor so I can keep doing this. So, and again, and if you want to see more episodes of it, I'm going to have to stop the program right here.
Yeah.
Go to Beth specifically. Go to gadgetgameshow.com.
That's right.
Click on the YouTube link and then subscribe. Hit that little bell. So as new episodes go up, you get told about it. Mm-hmm. And then do what you can to get me a sponsor and or a network deal, Beth.
Thank you. Yeah, Beth, work on that. Okay, let's get back to the questions here. Lola, is one of the features to adjust that gadget in some way? Does it adjustable?
Well, it does this. So that's a good question. So I've been it does do this.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It squeezes.
Okay. Tom has a question here. Yes, we got a couple coming in. Is it a contact lens cleaner?
No, Tom, it's not a contact lens cleaner, but
all right,
it would be really comfortable to do that. I mean,
there you go. Does it open something?
It doesn't open something, but it does do this. So let me show you again. When you squeeze it, it does that.
Okay. Would you use this? Okay. Would you use this in the kit? Is this something for food? Would you put food in there?
No, you would not put food in there.
Okay, I was thinking like a garlic press or something like that.
No,
so it's not. All right. So Mary Jo said, "Does it open something?" And you said, "No,
doesn't open something."
John says, "Is it used on food?"
Nope, John, not used on food. So obviously, John and Mary Beth don't own this thing. So we've learned that much.
John and Mary and Beth do not own it, right? Okay, so it's not used on food. Is it used in a particular room in your house?
No, I would. Usually I'd say yes, and we'd have to figure out what room. But no, I'd say you could end up using this anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, I could see you using it outdoors even more than in your house, but in your house too.
Okay.
Sadly.
But do you put something in that middle of that thing and then close it?
Yeah, you sort of do. Yeah.
Okay. Do you hide something in there? Is it something? Is what you would put in there something you want hidden?
No, not hidden is not the right term. No.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you're getting in the dark. You're getting closer.
Okay, so it's something like you'd want like a spare of or something, or maybe
no, and it wouldn't be hidden either. But there's still you've got some.
I'm getting there, huh?
You're getting there. I feel like something's happening.
I'm lukewarm. All right. You know what I need? I need the foci. I need that.
Focus on it.
To focus.
Luckily, I have it right here, so we're okay.
Yeah,
everything is within my arm's reach too.
Wait a minute. I just got a bug bite. Anyway, all right. Come on. Let's see here. Okay. All of a sudden,
use on food. No, John.
The questions have. Okay. Mary Jo's got another one. Does it cut or clamp?
I don't say cut, but I think it's kind of in the clamp world. Yeah, I'd say that's maybe if you were to try to guess what you use it on might help.
Is it used on clothes?
On clothing?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. Is it used? And you said you could use it indoors or outdoors.
Yeah. Is it a
squished of sorts? I'm not quite sure what
that means. I'm glad you said that. Like, maybe I'm not reading
or
that right.
Do you squish something with it?
No squishing.
Is it okay? Jean Ann, is it used on pets?
Jean Ann. Okay. It doesn't have to be used on pets, but it can be used on pets.
But it can be. Okay. So is it some sort of a grooming tool then?
I would say not grooming, no.
Okay, but it can be used on pets. Oh, wait. A nail clipper.
No.
It's not a nail
but you I like the way you're thinking, but no, not a nail clipper. I'm gonna again show it.
Remove ticks.
Bingo, Mary Jo, you're a winner.
Removes ticks. Well, we're all about the insects tonight.
I know it was a buggy show. I went buggy. But because it's so much fun to have a demonstration, I thought I'd use my dog, Gadget, the Wonder Dog. Here, Gadget. Good boy. Oh, there he is. Oh, good boy. There's Gadget. There's his tail's wagging and everything. And I happen to put a few ticks on Gadget. There's one behind his ear.
Okay.
And let me show you how this works. It's very exciting here. Here we go. And squeeze it like that. And there we go. The tick's been removed.
All right. So I would say that would mostly be used on pets.
Well, kids can have ticks too, and that can be removed from a child. Okay. So, yeah, but I said it's both. I mean, it's certainly, they market it for both. So I'm going by them, not me. Now see, the audience is congratulating one another, which is great. Usually they're heckling one another, but okay. All right. So, by the way, you look, see, a child and a dog are both in the picture. They're written.
So what's the website? It's called the Tick Remover.
Okay, so I think in this one you have to go to Poly. And I'm just going to spell it JECT, Polyjet.
POLYJECT?
POLYJECT.com.
Okay, polyjet.com.
Yeah. And I think, but you might also try, I actually remember this, might also be Tick Remover, but just go by that. I know it's on that.
Polyjet.com. How much does that sell for?
It's really, I think it's like $5.
$5. That's like, again, you can't put a price on tick removal.
And I should point out, look, another hole.
Oh my God! My keychain is getting quite large.
I know. and look how well behaved Gadget has been during the whole episode. Didn't come through. Good boy.
You need a dog, Steve. You need a pet.
I know.
I have one, but I have a dog, but she doesn't have any. I don't think she has any ticks on her. But anyway,
I know. I love dogs too. It's just like I used to travel so much. I didn't want to be like everybody else and get a dog during the pandemic. And I didn't know how long the pandemic would last. I didn't know it was going to go on for years. So if I had known that, maybe I would have gotten one early on. So it's complicated.
Well, hey, Steve, this was a lot of fun. Let's recap. Okay, so we've got first. Why don't you hold them up? First was the foci. All right, and that's how you pronounce, and that's there's the website right there, and that's so you clip that on your waistband. This is for people who maybe popped in a little bit late. Clip that on your waistband, and it helps with your mental focus, and it vibrates if it feels like you're drifting a little bit. Right.
So it helps you. It's your attention span. It keeps. First of all, it helps you train to extend your attention span, and then ultimately it will send you a little vibration when it feels you're not paying attention. And it even sends you like reports about your productivity and all that other stuff. So and there it's fociai.com and it looks like that.
Right. And then next was the really cheap earbuds, My Ear Fun, which you said retailed for how much? Like less than $50, right?
Less than $60. It's like $55.99, I think. And it's got 6 microphones built in. It filters out 95% of the background sound. It's been called the best noise canceling earbuds under $60. The longest battery life. It's water resistant for sweat and regular, rain and whatnot, and supports wireless charging. And the wireless charger is only $7 when you bundle it with the earphone. So I think You can't beat that, and especially with the way kids lose these things.
No
we want to spend a lot of money on it.
Next one was the one that we got right out of the chute because a couple of us had on this video had actually have the product, the bug bite thing.
Yeah, I learned the
EpiPen for mosquito bites.
Yeah,
just sucks them right out.
Right up.
And you can wear it on your keychain.
You can wear it on your. We learned that. And where's it made? Where's it made?
It's made in the wonderful country of Denmark. Yes. All right.
And then last, but certainly not least, is the quick tick remover. This, by the way, is made in the United States.
Of America, because you know what? We take care of our own ticks.
I'm proud. I'm proud to point that out.
We do not need to outsource tick removal.
No. So that's that. So, and again, affordable. These are most of these. Actually, all of these are from Garage Inventors. They're we should feel proud of that. Should be called Tick Me Off.
All right.
Oh, I love that.
Beth wants one more. She wants one more product. One more product.
Oh, okay. Only because it's Beth. I'm going to do it.
All right, Beth. We're going to do one more just for you. All right.
Okay. Let me think. Okay.
Last time you were looking up on your board, your wall of stuff.
Yeah, no,
took everything down.
Around, so now everything's down here for me to look at.
Okay.
Okay, I'm deciding between two things. Which should I go with, tech or low tech? This is kind of easy. I think I'm going to go with the tech anyway.
Okay, let's go with tech.
Okay. So this is it, but it's flexible.
All right.
You're going to probably think, oh, this is really easy.
Is it a light? Is it a light?
Well, kind of, but not like there's something a little bit different about it. And maybe you'll get this really fast. I think Beth should have it in 2 seconds.
Yeah, you think? Okay, so you said it is some sort of light. It's got a USB. It's obviously.
So you got to be really specific. What's this used for, and why? So it comes like this, but you can twist it and do.
Would you use that in the bathroom?
Not for the bathroom. Not for the bathroom.
Would you put it? Would it? Okay, is it like a light for a Zoom call? Like you?
No, it's not. It's not a selfie light. In fact, I actually called and asked the manufacturer if it could be used for that. I was told no.
Okay, but you would plug it in. You could use it. Would you plug it into your laptop?
Absolutely.
You would. Okay. Yeah. So now you've got it. It's a light for. Would it be?
But you don't have to. I mean, I should point that out. You don't have to, but you certainly could. I mean, it's it's a regular USB port. I think you can see that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Beth asked if it was a selfie or Zoom light.
No. And in fact, I have to say, I asked Mary Jo, you're killing me here. Mary Jo is doing it again.
Mary Jo and Beth are duking it out.
Oh my God.
For superiority.
Mary Jo, you get so here's the thing with this. This is a sanitizing light. It's a UVC light.
Oh, is it the kind you take into hotels and see all the gross stuff on the bedspread?
Well, this one isn't really designed for that. This one's really designed for plugging into your USB and zapping your keyboard, or you can swing it around and do your phone and other stuff. I mean, that's kind of the idea. It's kind of the office version. It has a little timer on it. What's also cool about it, it has this motion sensor in it. So if a kid should come near it or you should bump it, it goes back to regular light. It's very, you can't shine it in your face if you want to. It's very aware of all that stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of smart. Under $25 from the folks at Hammaker Schlemmer. So it's at hammaker.com.
Hammaker.com. All right. And what's it called?
This is called the Laptop UV Sanitizer.
Okay. All right. Hammaker.com. I think I spelled that right.
I believe. Yeah, you did. You absolutely did.
Okay, because I'm a big Hammaker Schlemmer guy.
Oh, I'm a huge Hammaker. So at 9/11, we just had the 20th anniversary. 20 years ago, on that date, I was at Hammaker Schlemmer in New York City, a judge for one of their search for invention contests.
Oh, so that's where you were when 9/11 happened, huh?
When those planes hit, I was there, and someone came up to me and said something to me like, 2 planes just hit. And this is a guy who'd been like kind of a joking guy the whole time. Because we had like a the day before we had done stuff, and this was the next day. And I was like, what is he talking about? Like I kind of like blew it off. Like I couldn't understand what that meant. And then I learned what it meant.
Boy. And was that up in Midtown you were in, the Hammaker Schlemmer store? Was it?
Yeah, it was in on like 57th, and right on, you could actually literally, when we all left the building the streets were empty and we were in the street, you could look down 6th Avenue and you could see the smoke.
Sure.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
hard to believe that's been 20 years. But
I know it's shocking to me that it's been 20 years too. But that's where I was. Hammaker Schlemmer. I'm forever. And I've worked with them a million times since then. They're a great company, oldest catalog in America. Should be pointed out.
Wow.
So Beth is going to get us a sponsorship.
Yes.
Or a network deal.
Exactly.
She's subscribing to and going to hit the little bell on my website so go to everybody, gadgetgameshow.com.
That's right.
Check out what the heck is that. Here we go. And make sure when you get to click on the YouTube link and you get to YouTube, subscribe, hit that little bell. You got 38 episodes. And next week I'm putting 4 more up. So there'll be 42 episodes up there. So I'm expecting all of you to step up and do that.
And I got to say real quick, A Comedian Crashes Your Pad is heading back on the road next week. I am crashing, and this is no joke, I am doing stand-up comedy for a convention of funeral home directors next Thursday in San Antonio. And I hear they're, you know what, I believe it or not, I've heard that they are a really fun group because when they get together, they have to let loose a lot of pent up energy. So I'm looking forward to that. And as part of this, I'm not only going to crash the show that I'm doing, but I'm also going to interview some of the vendors about what's hot in the funeral home industry. And then I'm not going to crash a new home in San Antonio. I actually did an episode in San Antonio about 3 years ago, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to visit them again. This is a couple that they primarily take in musicians who are on the road. And they're just the most wonderful people.
So you're not staying at a funeral home?
I might stay at
the perfect pad to crash. A funeral home.
I might do that. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And that's going to be up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/A Comedian Crashes Your Pad. That's it right there. So make sure you subscribe to that. And then we're going to Boise, Idaho in October. And I'm going to be speaking at the Boise Chamber of Commerce. And they're actually auctioning me off. Someone is going to bid on me staying in their house, and that money's going to go to the chamber, and then we're going to make an episode out of that. So they do a silent auction, and someone's going to bid to be the subject of an episode of A Comedian Crashes Your Pad. So
have you been to Boise? Have you been to Boise before? I love it. It's a great place. It is a wonder,
and one of the fastest growing cities in the country.
Yep.
So anyway, hey, Steve, the pleasure was all mine. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody who joined in. We'll do this again for sure. I would like to do this on a regular basis. It's just a lot of fun. It doesn't have anything to do with travel, although you did have some great travel gadgets the last time.
We talked
about travel. Yeah. So anyway, but the most important thing is that it's just a lot of fun to do. So thanks everybody for tuning in. And if you are just doing it at the very end, then tuning in, you can see this on it'll be up on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, and you can watch it there. So follow Steve, follow me. Everybody, stay safe tonight. Have a great evening.
Take care. Bye.